Market update here on the 6th. So again today, I'm probably just going to do QQQ and Tesla. On the other tech stocks, I'm just waiting for a dip to really start counting them again, because if you just look at like Meta and you look at Apple, they hit my targets a long time ago. Apple target was like 177 and it went all the way up to 194. So obviously my target was wrong, but I got that target using this log chart here, and it was way short here. Actually, it was 182. It was way short, which means that this is potentially a second wave, a very, very shallow second wave, and then this is still remains to be seen when the third wave would end. And so for that reason, I'm just waiting on them to make a correction. I want to see like a significant dip. On Apple, maybe down here to like 175. Meta really hasn't dipped either. Microsoft has dipped, and it's probably in a B wave, but again, I'm just going to wait on the rest of the tech stocks and just focus on Tesla and QQQ. So Tesla, I think that long term, if we look at the chart long term on the log chart, I'll show you how different it looks on a regular chart. See how a regular chart is just like, it looks super confusing because you had this parabolic move starting in 2019 all the way up to 2021, and on the log chart you can see it a lot better. So my count for Tesla is either it completed wave 5 right here, or I think there's also a chance that this is wave 3. You have 5 waves right here too. And then we get this dip right here. And if we count, if we use a fib tool, it only dipped to the 0.38 fib pretty much exactly. That would be the end of a fourth wave. So I do think there is a very good chance that Tesla bottomed here and it's going to go to new highs. The top here is at 420. And so we could see higher than 420, maybe sometime in late 2023, 2024. But I still think the overall market is going to dip 2024, but Tesla might have not finished its 5 waves yet. So I think it can go either way. It could dip down here. This could be a B wave as well. Let me zoom in here now. And I'll go into the short-term waves as well. So this could end up being a B wave here. If that happens, then we're looking at the whole thing like this. I would say that's less likely than us going to new highs off this move. But it really depends on, can Tesla get outside these parallel lines on this move? Currently, it's going to take a lot higher for this third wave here. So it's going to need really good earnings on the 19th. And we'll see how it plays out. I guess in the long term doesn't really matter that much. I don't know why I'm going over that right now, but I think there's a good chance we go to new highs. So short term now. In the past video, I talked about there's still the possibility on the regular chart that this is going to be A, B, C, and that would be the fourth wave. On the log chart, I think it's likely this was the fourth wave of the third wave. So the difference is regular chart, my 1-2 is right here. On the log chart, 1-2 right here. 3 up here, clear fourth wave. And fifth wave would have just began. And the reason that it has only just began is because we're looking for a minimum. If it's a C wave, we're looking for a minimum of 325. But likely, if it's a C wave, it's going to go all the way up to 340. So 340 is kind of my minimum target for this third wave. And again, if it dips down here to 235, then I'm going back to the regular chart because that's more accurate. You can also use your fib tool and find out that it has the same target, 325 to 351. So basically right in that 340 range. So with all that being said, that shows us two different possibilities. Come down here, or this is only wave 1 of 5. So this would be wave 1, which I think probably validated today. I think it's pretty much is a 5-wave move completion right here. We got a slight dip down to 372. I'm looking for a minimum pullback, regardless if it's the ABC move down here to 235 or if it's wave 1 and wave 2. Looking for a pullback to 261.82 to 257, somewhere in that range. And then that would be wave 2. And then I'd be looking for wave 3 to go to a minimum of 315, pull back, and then probably 340. If it's going to be an actual third wave, it's going to need to go a lot higher on the third wave here of the fifth wave. It's going to have to go probably to like 370 minimum, I would think. So that means earnings is going to have to be really good. But yeah, so right now, just look for a dip down here, gap fill at 265, and then we can either go higher there or go down to here to 235. Those are the two possibilities I see. Ignore the long term because right now only the short term matters. If you buy the dip here, you want to put your stop below 241.43. That means you're risking 20 bucks to make 53 bucks. So that's about 2.5 to 1. If you were to sell for the end of the third wave, if you're going to hold all the way to 5 waves, you're looking to at least 340. That gives you what, like, that gives you a $20 loss to an $80. It's a 4-to-1 risk reward. That's pretty good. So those are two possibilities on Tesla. I went over the long term. Now let's go to QQQ. And QQQ, I think, confirmed today that it did complete a B wave the other day. Or I guess yesterday. Going into today, this could have been an ABC fourth wave. So you'll see right here, if this is a first wave, we hit the 1.61 fib. So that means it's only ABC. It's like that. If it would have been a third wave and we would have pulled back and then gone higher, I would have said that's 5 waves and I would have wanted to buy this dip. But instead, we get a gap down this morning. So that means this has got to be a third wave. We did fill the daily gap here. On lower time frames, there's a gap at 363.96. It was a pretty big, sizable bounce though. And this is why I don't like playing fourth waves, because sometimes they're really tricky and they're really annoying. Because once you buy in, you're trying to catch a falling knife, and then they just keep on chopping higher. Then you're underwater, and then it can keep on going higher. And it did just that. It actually got past the 50% retracement. Regardless, though, I still am playing this like a fourth wave. So if that's a fourth wave, that means we should get a fifth wave lower. Like I said, that was a gap fill on the daily, but if you go down on lower time frames, the gap fill is actually at 363.96. That would be kind of my target if we were to come down here tomorrow. If I'm wrong, and this is actually 5 waves complete. So if you look at this, it's kind of hard to tell. It looks to me like 3, 4, and 5 for an overall third wave. It still looks like a fourth wave to me, but it did retrace farther than I wanted. If it does go higher tomorrow, then I'd be playing this as a second wave. 368, 369, same idea. And I'd be looking for a third wave down to 360. So either way, staying short. This is kind of annoying, but if it is a fourth wave, we should get a gap down tomorrow, or a move down here to 364 and fill the real gap. Or if it's wave 2, we might get a little bit higher and then a move down after that to 360. Either way, though, based on what I see, we should make this move right here down to 357. Looks like a normal flat to me. And then from there, we either go to new highs, or we do something like this, and then we do down here to like 340. 357. The 1.61 fib is actually 345, so maybe only 345. So those are the possibilities I see. I am short right now, but we'll see tomorrow how it plays out. This gap down was the clue that we finished this, and this was an ABC move. And so, yeah, I'm looking for 5 waves down here to 357 minimum, probably in the next week or so. And then from there, we'll see if this move is impulsive or it's a corrective move. So those are the two I'm going to go over today. Leave me a comment, like, subscribe if you're not already subscribed to help the channel. And let me know if you have any other tickers you want to take a look at. But for now, I'm just focusing on Tesla and QQQ. And we should see a decent move in Tesla soon. Probably down to the gap fill, especially if we get this next. Maybe it's waiting for the third wave to happen. The third wave should be the biggest wave down here. So anyway, that's it. Have a good night. Talk to you tomorrow.